Welcome to another episode of Funbalanced, the podcast of unbalanced conversation. My name is Ian. With me on this journey are Jay.
Hey.
And John.
Hello.
Maybe I did that backwards last time. I don't know. Who knows? It's been a while. So to start off with, right before we started recording, I got what I would call real-time fact-checked by Jay.
Maybe.
I said a thing, and immediately you were just like, I don't fucking think so. And you looked it up, and it turns out I was 100% wrong.
Oh, yeah. You said something about 4K episodes of Ed, Nettie. And I was like, Yo, I just got done watching that. And then I brought up a show that I think holds up incredibly well from our childhood, Hey Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Like, actually, as an adult, I think it's better than when I was younger. I didn't appreciate the, nuance of child living, not having responsibilities. And then as well, kind of being jealous that they lived in a big city and Arnold had a really fucking cool room.
Yeah. And we both took our bets on what city that was. I said New York.
And then I said Seattle. My gut was, initially it was Chicago, but then I said Seattle. And it turns out, what was it? It was like Hillswood, Washington?
Yeah, also just Washington. Just I was way off.
Just
yeah.
But that wasn't the fact check.
I completely spaced.
What happened is that we were talking about, like, you said you knew it was somewhere where there was snow, but it also got really hot. And I was like, and you were like, maybe Ohio. And I was like, no, because that didn't happen in the same week, right? They never just had back-to-back episodes where it was hot and then cold.
Right.
And you were like, well, actually, motherfucker.
Yeah, actually, they did have an episode that was back-to-back, literally called Heat/Snow.
Just
wow.
the exact thing to just bust everything that I said in real time.
You could not have been more wrong.
No, I couldn't have.
Such a great episode, too. Just the kids in the street, really hot, just straight up. There's no mince in words. They were pissed off. Everyone was pissed off it was this hot. Like, ice was melting. They were getting ready to, riot and knock over an ice cream truck. And then in the snow one, Arnold's like, shit, I have to, go do work when I just want to get beat up by a Harold and maybe go ice skating.
It's weird that that's what he wanted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe he got to a point of, he didn't want it, but he just expected it. He wasn't even the big bully of the show, was he?
No, that was Helga.
Well, they also had a sixth grader named Wolfgang. He's like a big dude. They always played football and sports against him.
Oh yeah, isn't base bullying just they're a little bit older than you? Like that's like bullying level 1.
That's all of South Park.
Yeah.
Oh shit, here come the sixth graders. They don't even have names.
Oh no, they're slightly bigger.
Oh no.
I have never been beat up as hard as I got beat up by people who were just slightly older than me.
I mean, it's much less embarrassing than getting beaten up by people who are slightly younger than you.
Ooh, saw a video of that this week. It's like a 16-year-old kid at a baseball game just beat the shit out of this frat bro. It was awesome.
I mean, it's rewarding to watch, not rewarding to happen to you.
Right.
Yeah, if you're that frat bro, you're probably thinking nothing.
I mean, was it a fair fight? I say yes, because he was pretty heavily intoxicated. So, I don't know, maybe.
I saw that video. He had the high ground, too, and he fucked it up.
Yeah, he had no chance. I mean, maybe the kid did have a better, better position. Not literally, but maybe the guy was like, I can't punch him. I'll go to prison.
Frat bro underestimated his power, is what happened.
Yeah. He was drunk, but he wasn't drunk enough to punch a 16-year-old.
Well, he swung. I don't think he connected.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he did. I don't remember. I just remember that kid, knocking him back in the seat a couple times. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's TikTok.
That's what's new on TikTok.
That's your TikTok minute.
Oh, is that our new segment?
God, I hope not.
God damn it. Oops.
It's going to be hard to keep up with.
Oops, we accidentally a segment.
I can find some. I'll send them your way for next week.
It's just, we call it the TikTok minute, and you cap up 30-second TikTok videos in 2 minutes long.
Yeah. The explanation's longer than the TikTok. Just it's gonna change to me just going, you know what? Everyone just follow me. I'll show you. That might be a good idea.
You get your follower count up.
Yeah, winning twice.
Speaking of things I hate, John has been bombarding our Discord with the worst AI generations I've ever seen.
You mean the best?
I want to start off by where did this come from? Because it was out of the blue for me.
It came from accidentally saying the word puddalo when I meant to say juddalo. And I was like, that's hilarious. Hold on, I'm going to go type this into wombo.art and see what comes up. So then I started generating pictures and they were fantastic. So I couldn't stop. And I just, for a very long time, I made a whole bunch of pictures. I think the anime style is the best of the best, but then I started coming up with the idea of like, what if I just take other bands and then make them animals too? Because why wouldn't you want that in your life?
Of course.
So yeah, so I think I did Slipknot as cats. That was very good.
Yeah.
A lot of members, a lot more members than I remember there being in Slipknot.
I don't know enough about them to verify. It's the whole lineup, everyone who's ever been in it.
It's a full litter. That's all I'm saying.
The full litter. I tried to do Kiss. It did not want to do anything with Kiss. In fact, it just gave me, I think I was trying to do donkeys as members of Kiss, and it didn't like that. And I tried to do monkeys as members of Kiss, and it wouldn't do that. So I was like, well, what if just Gene Simmons was a centaur? And it interpreted that as the lower half of Gene Simmons is Gene Simmons, and the upper half of Gene Simmons is an extra upper half of Gene Simmons. And that was horrifying. And then I was like, well, all right, what if I just typed in Gene Simmons as Goro for Mortal Kombat? And then it just started giving them extra arms and weapons.
This is a dangerous thing to give me.
Yeah, I mean, it's the future of art.
Yeah.
And now I'm just going to use that for everything.
It's the future of shit posting, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Why was the first thing I typed in Macho Man Randy Savage eating Maroon 5?
I mean, you're going to have to save that because we need to know.
Yeah, I mean, that needs to go into the Discord for sure.
Yeah, I got to find a good one.
You ended with, what was it? Run the Jewels as hamsters?
Yes.
That was actually really good.
It was really good, though it kept giving me some really, really bad Run the Jewels for a while. Most of them were just LP and Killer Mike combined into one horrifying human and then duplicated as a worse human.
Run the Jewel. Just one, just the one.
Run that jewel.
I was trained on multiplicity and decided that was the best way to do art.
I want an AI that's actually trained on multiplicity because that would just, everyone is Michael Keaton. It just turns everyone in your picture to Michael Keaton.
It's really stuck on putting Macho Man Randy Savage in Maroon 5.
He's got to consume them from the inside out.
It's not exactly what I asked. Well, maybe I need a different art style. Anyhow.
So a lot of it comes down to how you're wording your prompt. So like, what are you using?
Macho Man Randy Savage eating Maroon 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Let me see if I can get better. We need to pick a good. I'm going to go realistic for the art style here.
All right, hold on. Wombo.art. We're all going to do this.
I got Macho Man Randy Savage just sucking his own thumb.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I had. It looks like he's in Maroon 5.
I did add some clarifying things to mine. I put Macho Man Randy Savage eating all of the members of Maroon 5, the band.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to have to post up every, like, our comparison pictures of what we all got.
Why is it so cursed?
I think you mean fantastic. Let's try comic art style. See if that gets it.
Oh, no. Comic art style doesn't get it.
Oh, I disagree. Hold on. Incoming.
This isn't really great for like an audio base.
Yeah, this is great audio.
This is good radio.
Okay. I see what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. There was Maroon 5 is nowhere to be found, but this is definitely an image of Macho Man Randy Savage in a haunted forest somewhere.
I mean, I got this one. I changed it to trying to eat all the members of Maroon 5, and it got a little bit better.
That one's a little better.
Yeah.
It's closer to what I was looking for.
I mean, he's definitely eating something.
Maybe you don't have to go with the first one. Maybe you have to roll it again.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And, like, using some input images helps, too, on Wombo. So, like, I'm going to try using the input image of this person eating ramen and see what we get.
Yeah. Obviously, if I had to describe Maroon 5 as a food, it would be ramen.
So, yeah, that's my new hobby that I've found.
That's good. That's a good hobby.
Crazy AI art.
Jonah and I were trying to design a game around AI art generation, and we were playing where one person would type in a prompt and then get to modify it, and the other person would try to guess what the prompt was. And that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I can see it.
Let's see. How much influence do we want on the art? Just like a normal amount.
Again, great for an audio podcast.
Yeah,
amazing
yeah.
content we're making.
Oh, we didn't move on.
To be fair, it's on them. They should be part of our Discord.
That's true.
You, the listener, can be part of this Discord.
Oh, please tell me that this is an image of a giant Macho Man Randy Savage eating Maroon 5 in a ramen bowl. Like tiny little Maroon
please.
5s.
Wait, is Macho Man Randy Savage big or is Maroon 5 small or is it both?
It might be a little A, a little B. I'm going to guess they met in the middle. All right, listen. This needs some work, but I'm going to toss this in there. I think this is the winner right now. Screenshot this. Why aren't you screenshotting? All right, let's move on.
Just download. There's a literal download button. I don't understand why you're one step away from taking a picture of your screen and sending it.
I will do that if you want me to. I'm going to take you a picture of this screenshot. See, look how close that is.
Oh, yeah, that's close. Yep.
Oh yeah, you can really tell what the members of Maroon 5 look like as we all know them.
I mean, that might be them. I don't actually know.
Yeah. That was just the first terrible band I could think of. Why is that?
You didn't go Nickelback?
No. They get enough of it, you know? Not getting it from me. They don't need it from me.
They get it from everyone else in the world.
Chad Kroger.
Oh God! No, no.
Nickelback in a Kroger.
I think it knows who Chad Kroger is. I think it's fine. I don't think they're just gonna be like, "Oh, there's some person named Chad. I gotta create this real quick."
Eating bologna.
I just ended up with zombie Macho Man.
I didn't know where to go after Chad Kroger in a Kroger.
Oh,
And
yep, that's good.
Yeah, let's go with a Ghibli art style because that zombie Macho Man Randy Savage eating Maroon 5 is real good. I mean, that looks like the poster for a Rob Zombie movie.
Right? Maybe not the new one, but any of the other ones. I don't think this would work in the Munsters.
Oh, I'm really excited for the Munsters. It's probably not going to be great, but
It's
I'm
going to be
really
so
stoked for
bad.
it.
Have you seen the trailers for it?
Yeah, but I'm still excited for it. I love the Munsters. And even worst case scenario, it's complete trash. Still got the old ones. It's fine.
Like, I love the Munsters too.
Or it peaks, right? Goes through. Or it's just like, oh, this is the worst fucking thing. We have to watch it.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be really good.
Hold on. I'm sorry, but I've nailed this. So I need to share it. It's almost done.
Sorry to say, I've crushed it.
Oh, you're in for treats.
Oh, shit. Yeah?
What's behind him?
First of all, I love that Kroger has a bologna aisle.
Is it, okay.
A non-refrigerated bologna aisle.
It's just imagine if you went into a Kroger or any grocery store and the shelves were just lined with like 2-foot wide rounds of bologna. You just slice it yourself.
Just fresh. Yeah, just fresh. Just take what you want, throw it in the cart.
I love when it has to do writing or packaging, and it just comes up with the words.
We can't include that part. Yeah, we have to cut that.
I don't think those are C's, but yeah.
Too close.
Yeah.
We're
Look at
playing a
it more.
dangerous game here.
All right, I didn't see when I squint my eyes, it's not great.
Yeah, we're
You're
gonna
right.
edit that part. No one's gonna see that part.
Yeah, just take all that out of the podcast.
Well, anyway, here's Jason Lee eating tacos.
All right.
Huh. It's a lot less Scientology than I thought it'd be.
It kind of looks like Ian with a mustache.
Oh shit.
That's right. I do have one of those.
Oh.
Mustache, not a taco.
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean mustache only. Well, I
Oh,
guess
sure.
he has a little stuff going on the sides.
I could do that. I refuse.
That'd be haunting. Just you with just a mustache. You know who does that? Johnny from Mammoth Games Inc.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bold move.
Psychopath behavior.
Yep.
Real psychopath or dad. There's really no line. There's
He toes it.
He toes it.
All right. Our
Okay.
topic for today, they're getting into digital versus physical media.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a segue, this is we're all looking at digital art now. What about some physical art, huh? What about that physical media?
What about metaphysical?
John posts Ian Moss high-fiving a llama into chat.
Oh God. I love how I don't know what the rest of that says. It
High-fiving a llama.
I seem to have
I
contracted extra digits.
Yeah,
If you were in that 70s
you have
show.
6 fingers. Your hand is so wide.
He does have 6 fingers.
Oh, so I'm not even high-fiving correctly.
No,
He's-
you're high sixing.
He has 3 index fingers.
And they're all the exact same length.
Oh, wait, what's that other hand got? 1, I think there's 6 over there. It's just hidden by the forearm.
Ian, it may not get all the details right, but I feel like it's really good at nailing your essence.
Why did they give me curly hair?
All right, so I guess it's time that this comes out. I am not the most famous person with my name by a long shot.
Who's this Ian Moss?
There is an Australian rock star that is named Ian Moss, and he's about as old as he looks in that fucking picture. And I'm sure, I swear to God, he has high-fived an alpaca before. He has to have.
Yeah, I feel like that just took a picture. Oh, wait, hold on. I typed in Ian Moss board game designer, and it fixed everything.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yep, here we go. I'll wait for the update.
Yeah, it's coming in right now.
Oh, God damn it.
That's your new profile picture.
Oh, what did I make?
It's just 4 blocks, a door, and a foot-high llama mini that you're not even high-fiving.
They're like, we couldn't find high-fiving, so we gave you low-fiving.
They also found more hair than I have.
That's true. Although it does look like this person was bald, and then they just put fake hair behind the cutout of the bald
Oh,
person's
yeah,
head.
yeah. This is the dream. This is how I see myself.
Oh, boy.
I gotta stop hitting refresh on this.
Either way, wombo.art is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Everyone should go generate nightmare things and send it to all their friends.
John posts Ian Moss board game designer something or other in the chat.
What the fuck?
Is that one closer?
It's getting there. It's learning.
What is on that shirt?
What I can only described as a reverse dinosaur.
It looks like the dinosaur, you're looking at the asshole view of a dinosaur.
But it has a head where the ass is.
Yeah, yep.
And only 3 legs and giant hooves.
The person in this instance is not the most cursed part of this image.
Ian, can you
Yeah.
please make that shirt and then print it so you have a physical media of this?
Oh yeah, that's the only way where this would work. Is I have to have physical media. I have to fuck. I have to make this shirt, don't I?
I've always said you need more light blue shirts.
With reverse dinosaurs. So, yeah, I'm going to have all these professionally printed and then hung around my house for the next time you visit.
That would be really funny.
Great. Now, so you will have physical media.
I will.
Giant framed photos that are just really, really good frames and backing and everything, and then you just rotate the photos that are in there. That's a good idea, depending
I'm
on
gonna-
who's coming to visit.
Yeah, velvet paintings is what I'm going to do. And get some of the...
Velvet painting. Like you bought it from a 7-Eleven.
Ian, it's learning. It knows your essence.
John posts even more Ian Moss board game designer nightmares.
God, it really said Ian Moss, and it was just like, oh yeah, white guy with beard. Got it.
What are these? There's always some sort of like, why does the second to last one have like crab hands?
Listen,
I didn't look
the other
deep
one
in
has
that
no
one.
thumb. The disembodied hand has no thumb.
I mean, that last one I posted is definitely the hot dog fingers from Everything Everywhere.
This is going to be one where you have to watch the video version so you can see all of this.
Really, really putting like making it difficult for the person who's editing the video, Ian.
Just imagine the most cursed images you could think of, and that's what we're seeing and generating on purpose.
And I love that they're all screenshots. None of them are like downloaded.
That's too much
Yeah.
time. It's too much work.
The quality is just so low. I'm really excited for everyone to see Chad Kroger in a Kroger with the bologna aisle. That was the best one.
I really wish I could have figured out one more layer of Kroger's, but I hit the ceiling.
Chad Kroger with Freddy Krueger inside of a Kroger.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have done Kruger. I'm just gonna start typing in board game ideas into here and have it design the games for me.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Save time.
So we had a topic. What's our topic?
Well, we haven't recorded in about 2 or 3 weeks, I think, right? We whoopsied every Thursday up until now.
Yeah. It's like D&D with adults.
But before, I was like getting myself hyped up, getting myself amped up to have one of the John V. Ian classics from the vault of things that we've talked about before and bring in Jay on top of it. And that was digital versus physical media.
Yes. I have opinions.
Because recently there has been a slew of what I would call Disney and other companies fucking it all up in the digital media space and making me double down on the fact that I love physical media and I'm happy to own the movies or TV shows that I really like.
I mean,
Because you never know when someone's just going to come in and edit your thing as you're trying to stream it.
I think almost A, no, that, and B, that doesn't happen.
It does happen.
No, like every time you've posted a thing about it happening, I like go and look it up and they're like, oh, this has been fixed. It was an oversight. Like, unless you're in a country where, you know, those things aren't allowed and they're making, like, here, we're not having that problem. And I wish nobody did, but the internet is censored in a lot of places in a lot of horrible ways that I disagree with, but that doesn't make the digital media less valuable.
So if you are a subscriber to Disney Plus in the United States, you do not have access to an episode of Bluey.
Oh, no.
So it is being edited here in the US.
The first thing that popped into mind for me was Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they've updated Lilo and Stitch where the kid crawls in the dryer. And they're like, no, you can't do that. That's a bad example.
I mean,
They changed it to like a drawer with a pizza box over it or something.
Yeah, and so there's like she pushes the pizza box lid down, which is insane that you would have that right next to your washer for some reason.
And it's just a washer, right?
I mean, they have to fix it because that's a safety thing. Like, kids have definitely died from that.
That's true.
Yeah, but in the copy that I have, my Blu-ray that I've had for like 10 years now, that's not a thing. My child knows that you can just climb in the dryer if you want to.
And then you have to go, now you see what you do there is you don't. And they're like, yep.
It's a teaching moment.
Like, one of the episodes of Bluey definitely has, like, a thing that is not racially okay to have. Like, I'm reading through the 3 episodes that are not on Disney Plus. And, like, one is because of farting. Okay, like, I disagree with that, but whatever. And then, like, one of them is they use that term that has racial connotation. So, yes, that needs to go. And it looks like, yeah, they just haven't released that episode, but they've since re-recorded audio for it to fix it.
Yeah, and they've also edited episodes that talk about the dad having a vasectomy and replace it with him talking about getting his canine teeth removed.
Hey, 'cause that's how babies are
God
made.
damn.
Yeah, but the whole thing about Bluey is, just so you know, if you haven't watched Bluey,
I've not.
it's great. It is
Never have.
objectively very fucking good. And so I think that by editing that, you're removing all of the things that you can talk about using that medium. Like, you use the medium of kid shows to talk about these subjects, and they do a fantastic job of it in Bluey, but Disney's just like, oh, we said you can't do that no more.
But they still talk about all the other stuff, right? We're just talking about one instance or a couple instances.
It's a few. There are a few episodes that have been edited, and then there are the ones that just are removed completely that you just cannot get.
I mean, it's always happened. Like, standards and practices is a thing at every, like, station in the world.
But that's just the thing, John, is it doesn't always happen because I have Blu-rays. I have physical media that cannot be changed. It cannot be altered when someone decides that something isn't suitable after releasing it.
I do not think your life is any worse for missing 3 episodes of Bluey.
Well, so one of the other things is you could just not have access to it anymore.
Well, sure. You know how much of my physical media that I've bought over my lifetime I have access to? None of it.
Because you got rid of it. I still have all mine.
I think the real problem is we need to see the fart joke in question.
Mm.
I don't think that would hurt anybody, at least in this conversation right now.
But, like, I mean, if your physical media gets destroyed and you can't rebuy it, you no longer have access to it. Like, we can't make people put things out forever. Like, if they just choose to stop selling it and something happens.
What I'm saying is that's part of the problem. Because in that world where everyone is streaming things and no one buys physical media just goes away. And then at any point when they change something and you're like, I would much rather have had the original because that's the version I remember and I liked, you can't get it because they did away with physical media because everyone's streaming things. But then they could just remove those things from streaming and you no longer have access to them, like HBO fucking Max did with like 30 animated series.
Yeah, but they didn't do it for any censorship reasons. They just did it because of their deals.
No, they just did it to try and save money because they were hemorrhaging money. And now no one can watch the shows. And the creators of those shows found out that that was happening through social media.
And sure, that's a shitty business practice. Like, I'm not arguing that it's not, but those shows will be back somewhere.
No, they're gone. Like, the creators can't take them and do what they want with them. HBO Max has buried them, and if they bury them so hard that they get tax breaks for them. So if they say, like, we made this and we're not releasing it at a loss, which is what happened with the Batgirl movie,
Right.
as long as they never put it anywhere, they never show it to anyone, and it's just gone forever, they get to claim it on their taxes as a loss. So they kill them. They're dead, John. They don't exist.
The Batgirl movie is just a completely different thing. Like, it's also shitty, but like, movies don't get released all the time.
It's the same reason that they did it with the HBO Max shows. Right, but the shows were already on HBO Max.
Batgirl not coming out doesn't have anything to do with digital versus physical media.
It does. Because it's the exact same reason that they pulled all of these shows off HBO Max. They pulled them all off HBO Max to get a tax break for them, and to do that, they have to bury them and never let them be released.
Yes, but only in process things, not for things that are already made.
No, John, they pulled like 30 series.
No, I understand they pulled all those series, but from my understanding reading about it, the tax breaks are only for things that haven't been released yet.
Well, no, it's just things they haven't made a profit on yet. Like, and so now they pull it, they didn't make a profit, and they don't have to pay the artists or the writers or anybody, because there's no more residuals because it's not streaming anymore. So they made it so it's not available anywhere so that they don't have to pay people.
Okay, so Ian, that problem still exists if digital media didn't exist. If HBO produced DVDs of those shows and they didn't want to pay anyone any more royalties, they would just stop producing DVDs. And the exact same situation exists.
Sure, but anyone who could have watched that show already could still watch that show if they bought it. You can't watch the HBO Max anymore.
If they bought it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they no longer make that DVD, then sure, they don't make that DVD anymore. But anyone who paid money to buy that DVD still has it and can still watch it.
If I didn't pay money for it and nobody I know has it, then I still can't watch it.
Correct. That's not my point.
Right, but I'm saying it's not a digital media problem. It's a big company problem.
But it's built on the back of digital media. Like, it's built on the back of, like, streaming made this happen.
No, it's happened before. Like, there's a lot of things that they stopped selling the DVD of. I would probably say more things are not being made anymore than are.
Right. But the entire lifetime that they sold that thing, anyone with that thing can still watch it now. Whereas you cannot go and watch those HBO Max shows anymore, John. You can't go onto HBO Max and find those shows if you want to watch them, whether or not you signed up for HBO Max to watch them or not.
Sure, if I lost my DVD, I wouldn't be able to watch it anymore. Like,
that's not stuff happens. That's a company deciding that you can't have access to a thing anymore, even though you're technically paying for it.
I'm not paying for that. I'm paying for the service.
Yeah, you're paying for HBO Max, which has this thing on it, and then they remove that thing.
Well, that's how it goes with, most like streaming services. You're not guaranteed that these things will live forever. You're essentially renting them.
Right.
And then if they decide that that's not there anymore, that it's not something that falls within, every single month you see a list of Xbox games that are coming to and leaving Game Pass.
Yeah.
Right. But Jay, if I remember correctly, can't you buy those games on Game Pass and just own them forever?
You can buy them on Xbox and own them forever.
From Game Pass.
But Xbox can decide that you can't play it anymore.
Right. Well, they can't decide you can't play the original anymore if you buy it.
Right.
But they can decide to not give you through that streaming service that thing anymore. Now, if they start going like, oh yeah, you can just go ahead and buy this movie instead. Most, like thinking like things like HBO Max or whatever, that'd be a completely different thing. They're not really in that space. I wonder if they're like, this is what eBay's for. I don't know.
If it's a physical thing, like, sure, I can go buy a used copy, but if your argument is that you can't watch it digitally anymore, you can, and you and I both know how you could watch it digitally still.
Sure, but then you would own that you would own that digital media.
I would argue a thing existing in digital makes it much easier to archive forever.
I would say most of these things that have gone away to never be seen again, they're still out there, and you can see them right now.
Right. That's not the. If I like a thing, I want to give the creator money. Is usually how it works.
Right.
Like, I want to support this thing, so I will buy this DVD. I will buy this Blu-ray. I will buy this video game.
I agree with that.
You can buy season 1 for $8 on Amazon and watch it digitally as forever.
Yeah, but that's digitally. What if Amazon's like, no, we don't, nah, we're good. You can't have that anymore.
What if you don't have a DVD player anymore? You just get to look at your DVDs. Like, we can both what if forever.
Oh, no. Sorry, that one's not a what if, John. That one is specifically Sony PlayStation is going to be pulling access to movies that people have purchased on their platform because they lost the rights to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, was that through? What was that through?
Studio Canal.
Is that what it was? I don't know why I thought it was like Voodoo or something.
But you're paying for a service that has the right to change what they offer. If your favorite restaurant stops serving your favorite tacos, like, it's not that physical taco's gone.
But I didn't purchase a lifetime exclusive. I didn't purchase a license for tacos for life. I purchased a taco.
That's your problem.
What happens is that these people have purchased the movies to own. They own them in the digital sense. Like, they are stored on the cloud, but they can watch them whenever they want because they own those movies. And Sony is now pulling their ability to be able to do that. So that's like if you had a lifetime pass for tacos.
Yes, so very similar to what happened with the Pasta Pass at Olive Garden and all those other things. Like, yes,
Here we go.
like, that happens.
Olive Garden's not that good.
That's why I like physical media. You've hit the nail on the head every time. You're saying, like, yes, these things can happen. They can't happen as long as I have a Blu-ray player or a DVD player, because I have Blu-rays and DVDs of the things that I like the most.
But as soon as you don't have one of those, then you've lost your ability to enjoy them.
When wouldn't I have one of those? Like,
Should I buy a VHS?
they're built
player?
into everything.
I have zero in my house. I have lots of electronic devices. I don't have a single thing that'll play DVDs or Blu-ray.
That was by design, though.
No, it's by the fact that they're being phased out.
They're not being phased out. You got the PlayStation that didn't have the disc drive.
Sure, and I got most laptops don't offer them, and most desktops don't offer them.
Do you have a PS4?
No,
PS3?
no,
Maybe a Wii U?
no. Got rid of them all.
Well, that's why I said it's by design, because you chose to get the thing that doesn't have the thing that allows you to put physical media in it. They still make the thing that does. I know because I have that PS5.
Mm-hmm. But if they stop making them and nobody makes them,
Right, which is what I'm hoping they will never do, which is why I would love it if people would buy physical media more. Like, go out there and buy Mad Max Fury Road, goddammit. It's amazing on 4K Blu-ray. You'll never know, John.
I mean, I've watched it on 4K on my TV, and also I've rewatched it once and never again.
I've watched a movie a million times.
But have you watched it at 4K, though? Or have you watched it in, like, a variable quality that goes up and down based on how the streaming service claims your internet connection is?
No, I don't know. I would notice. I don't notice that kind of stuff. Same with audio. Like, people always tell me that I'm not listening to the best audio version of something. And I'm like, all right, I don't notice video and audio stuff. I don't watch special features.
I would love to be that. I would love to have that just put it in front of me. I don't care. But anytime I watch something, if it the quality dips, I'm like, I'm annoyed. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, you're easily annoyed. Just stop doing that.
I don't know. I think I'm on the fence. I'm very much a buy physical things. I think that's just like habit. I've always done that. Like, I'll just order stuff and go pick it up or whatever. I think about it with video games a lot. I think it's because I miss things like midnight releases. But yeah, the newer, more modern video game stuff, it's very easy to just go, I'll just buy it here and not know it. That's really nice. It's very convenient.
And if we want to talk about video games, I'm sorry, but physical media video games are bullshit.
That's true.
Because you still have to install them and then download all the shit. Like, if it used to be like the PS3 where I had to just grab a disc and throw it in, that's fine.
Right.
And in fact, I would argue that with my internet connection, it would take me longer to install a physical game than it would to download it.
Possibly.
Oh, no, I'm on your side on that one. I have physical games for some things, but recently I have not. I think I have one PS5 game that's physical, and it's Returnal.
Oh, I have a ton of them. Yeah.
I've phased out right at the start of PS5 because, again, I agree with John. Like, the installing of it takes forever, and then if you ever want to play it, or because I use my 4K Blu-ray player, aka my PS5, as a Blu-ray player most of the time, if I want to go play the game, I have to get up and put the game back in, right? I'm like, oh, this is the worst. How have they not fixed this? And they have. You just download it, and then you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I have Returnal on PS5, and the only reason I have it is because someone else bought it for me. right? So
Mhm.
like I get gifted games, and that's the physical versions that I have.
Sure. I'm a sucker for collector's editions. I'll say it. Depending on what you get, like Cyberpunk came with a pretty big statue that was badass. So, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely in that regard stuck in the past, but then again, I'm also lazy. So, I'll just be like, man, I really need to buy that. Shit, I forgot to pre-order. Oh, it's right here. Never mind. Like, convenience will win for sure.
Yeah, I just like having had to replace physical media before. I don't want to have to do that. Like, I don't want to pay for a thing twice.
Sure. Well, there's also the thing where like there are services when like streaming things just started, right? And like digital media was just starting to come on the rise. They would do things where if like you buy the Blu-ray, then you can get like the Vudu Movies Anywhere version of it or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
like you get the digital copy as well as like the physical copy. But you have to like go through like the Movies Anywhere app or whatever, and like that's just like fuck that.
Yeah.
Is this streaming anywhere? I'm not doing this anymore.
I hate logging into streaming services as it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I've bought a couple movies on like Google Play because that's the only place that they were available. God, do you know what movie I bought? I bought The Interview.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Wasn't it released day one free on Netflix?
No, it got canceled from movie theaters because of the threats from North Korea
Yeah, but then Netflix released it.
eventually. But before that, it was just like, okay, well, we'll just put it on sale on like Google Play and on the other like Amazon and stuff. And if you want to watch it, you can buy it there. And then it went on Netflix like months later or whatever. But I was like, you know what, North Korea? I'm going to do my civic duty and I'm going to buy this movie. And I watched it and I was like, what the fuck was all the problem with that? This is what you're upset about? This movie?
They tricked us. They tricked us into watching that movie just the same way they tricked us into reading these banned books when we were in school. Same deal.
You can't read this one.
Except
now
that
I'm
books are
gonna.
actually getting banned.
Wait, sorry, my brain completely broke when I heard several things happening at once. What'd you say, Josh?
Oh, I was just saying that like banning books is an actual problem that's happening in the United States.
Right.
Yeah, because it's not just banning books that are just like, oh, this is Fahrenheit 451. It'll make you think bad things. It's sort of like, no, this book just has realistic depictions of what it was actually like in the past, or realistic depictions of what it's like to live in a non-conservative state. And they're just like, oh, fuck that. Can't have any of those.
Yeah.
So read all banned books. Banned books are still great.
Yeah.
I guess you can watch The Interview. You don't have to. We did it for
Yeah.
you. Don't worry. I took that bullet.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, I think I did. I don't remember any of it.
And until Google Play says I can't, I can watch it whenever I want.
I mean, it's on Netflix though.
Oh, I don't have Netflix anymore.
Well, that's
Oh,
then that
that's,
fixes your problem.
that's tough though.
Yeah, I got rid of Netflix, so I was like, fuck this whole Dave Chappelle shit. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
But Cyberpunk's releasing Edge Runner over there.
Yeah, Stranger Things came out and everything. Life finds a way. That's all I'm saying.
So you're still able to watch it without there being physical media of it.
Currently. Listen, as soon as they release, I have checked like 6 times in the past like 5 weeks. As soon as they release a Blu-ray version of The Sandman, I'm going to buy it. The minute it comes out, I'm purchasing it because I want to watch that show forever.
I mean, it's one of the best comic book shows ever.
And they just dropped a 11th episode out of nowhere. They're like, hey, you get an extra one. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, what did we do to deserve this?
Is it my birthday?
When is this without digital media?
I know Neil Gaiman is on my side. I know he is.
I mean, he's been trying to get that made for a very, very long time and never been able to. So I don't know.
Well, it's not never been able to. He has squashed a lot of bad versions of Sandman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was previously considered unfilmable. It took it took a streaming. I'm not going to call them brave because they're pieces of shit, just like every company. But it took a streaming company to get it made.
I think it just took the right team and the right cast. God damn, that cast is fantastic.
Yeah.
It made me buy a Blu-ray. Sandman made me go out and buy a Blu-ray. Not of the Sandman, mind you, because that's not available yet. But the actor who plays Morpheus, Dream, Sandman himself, titular character, he is in one of our favorite older movies. Older is such a weird term. It came out in like 2006. One of the movies we used to have on Blu-ray, and then we loaned it to someone and never got it back, which is a problem with Blu-ray. And also, you can't loan a digital thing to somebody.
You can give them your account information, Ian.
Now, John, that's not necessarily okay with most of these companies anymore that they used to be okay with, which is whatever. But yeah, share your passwords. Who the fuck cares? And also, I have no idea if this is available anywhere. We couldn't find it anywhere. And also, I had to get the UK version because the US version of the film is edited and it's different and it's bad. So I bought a UK Blu-ray for a film called The Boat That Rocks, which in the US was known as Pirate Radio. And it features quite a few people in it. It has Philip Seymour Hoffman, Bill Nighy, Nick Frost, Tom Sturridge, which is Morpheus or Dream himself, was one of the main characters, which is one of the main reasons that's the reason that I went out and bought it, is because I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy from The Boat That Rocked. Man, I want to watch that. Where is that? And realized we didn't have it because we had loaned it and never got it back. So I purchased a Blu-ray of The Boat That Rocked, specifically because he's in The Sandman now. And I'm like, man, I remember him being in this movie.
And you can't buy that physical media at a store over here either? You had to buy it off from eBay and get a UK copy?
I can't get the UK edit in the US. I think it's on the Google Play and Amazon and stuff, but that's the pirate radio version. The US version just didn't get the rights to certain songs. So like some of the scenes that they cut to be around certain songs, because this is about a pirate radio broadcast that was on a ship that was like anchored out at sea. So they didn't have to follow the guidelines of the city or whatever, or of London, and could play whatever they wanted to, which just meant rock music, which everyone was against in the 60s or whatever. So the movie is very much about the music, and the music they didn't get the rights for it in the US version, I believe. So scenes that were cut to different songs now had new songs on them, and it's just not good.
I think the bigger conversation we need to have is calling out these people you lent things to and they didn't give them back.
It was a trade, I will say. I let them borrow a movie and they let me borrow a movie. I lent them The Boat That Rocked, and I'm pretty sure they never watched it and we never saw it again. They lent me Midnight Meat Train, which I have also never seen, and I didn't watch it or give it back.
As a huge fan of the short story, Midnight Meat Train's not really worth it. Just read the short story.
Okay.
I mean, it's a fantastic Clive Barker story.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. It was just like, here, you need to watch this. And I was like, okay, you need to watch this. And neither of us fulfilled that promise. And just so you know, I do not know if I still recommend The Boat That Rocked. I have not watched it in a while. Not sure if it holds up. I will have to let you know.
I mean, if it's not streaming somewhere, I'm not going to watch it.
That's fair. I'm talking to all the physical media heads in the audience who are listening.
Just you.
Is anyone else still messing with Wombo art, or is it just me?
God damn it.
I'm always messing with Wombo.art.
All right. No, we got to end this episode. All right, this is it. We're going to be done with this one.
Okay.
I did type in the physical embodiment of physical media fighting the physical embodiment of digital media.
Oh, I typed in Foo Fighters having a food fight.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Results haven't been great.
One by one.
Ian, were you trying to?
That's it. I'm done. What?
Were you trying to?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let's end this. Sorry. We'll see you next time. Thanks for another episode of Funbalanced. For John, Jay, and myself, thank you for listening. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. See, I don't like this one. It looks like Dave Grohl has a boom mic jammed up his asshole.